welcome to the Swift Half, your weekly session of chat from the UKOCR and adventure running scene. Each week, pub landlord Alan and our favourite regular Ian discuss races, runners and anything else that comes to mind. So pull up a pew, pour yourself a drink and join us for the Swift Half.
You're listening to the 24th most popular podcast for people who think that Yorkshire tea is a wrapper from the north of England.
Ian, my friend, we're in the Swift Half again. How are you? Are you back from your jollies?
I'm back from my jollies, Alan, but it looks like you're still on yours. How much holiday time do public servants get?
Not enough, Ian. Not enough. This is my first holiday in... No, because we're off for Farmyard Jam, weren't I? So apart from Farmyard Jam, this must be my first since August last year, my first break. So, yeah, I'm making most of it. Last day today, though. Last day today. I'm all packed up, ready to go home in the morning.
So all packed up, and you found enough time to record a podcast for all our fantastic listeners.
I have done more work here, like through the daytime on podcasts and editing videos and that this week than I probably do when I'm actually at home. I've proper cracked on and had some work done probably just this last few days because, as you know, I've got two bulldogs and the heat since Saturday has been unbearable. So me and the bulldogs, we have done nothing but sit around the caravan with Wendy, mother-in-law, and chill and relax and do nothing else. They haven't been for walks other than for a toilet break. We bought a paddling pool. We've got them completely literally drenched, but we've taken them nowhere else. The heat's just been too much for them. So, and I don't want to lose one. So yeah, we've 5 days of sitting around with them and keeping them cool.
I know the size of them. Sure, you could lose them in the paddling pool, but they're only short.
No, Wilson didn't like that. I'm going to tell you a story about Wilson didn't like that. But I got the paddling pool out of the day. I filled it with freezing cold water. And I got him into it and he was paddling away. He loves the sea. Wilson loves the sea. He does nothing better than running to the sea and all that lot. But a paddling pool, he's just not sure about. So I just grabbed his legs and I turned him upside down in the paddling pool. He wasn't a happy chapper with me. But it cooled him down. And that was the main thing. Keeping him nice and cool. Yeah. And I've been keeping cool on beer. I've been keeping cool with beer for 5 days. It's been heaven.
You know what? That does sound like a delightful holiday because when we go on our holidays, we're very much we need to do stuff. But if you're forced to slow down, it is quite nice, isn't it? Very much
so. For the first weeks, I've been here for 10 days. So for the first 5-6 days, we went out, we did a bit of sightseeing, bit of shopping, did things then. But then the moment the heat started, you can't take, it's a big thing that I see with people with dogs, is to take them out, and now dogs have got bare feet. Walking them on pavements and things like that, when the pavement's red hot, they're going to burn their feet, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's like, and that's one of the reasons, not only reason, but one of the reasons why we don't take them out. They've got cool jackets to keep cool. Look after your dogs, people, while you're out there in this heat. It's a killer.
No, absolutely. Always check the temperature of where you're heading to walk there. I guess certain places like grass, provided we don't have to walk on anything hot to get there, will be kind of okay.
Yeah, well, that's what we've got because we're in the caravan. We've actually got a grass pitch, so it's pure grass around us. Because you get an option of when you're in a caravan, you can go into hard surfaces, which are concrete, or grass pitch. We always choose a grass pitch whenever we can. Purely if it's hot, it's better for them to be on the grass. It's softer on the feet. It's cooler. And also, not only that, but rather than have to put your beer in the fridge, you can put your beer under the caravan on the grass and it stays even cooler.
And tell me you're from Yorkshire because that will save you money, no doubt.
It's all right. So it keeps room in the fridge for the bacon, doesn't it? That's what you want.
I can't disagree with that logic. I really can't disagree with that logic. So you brought up beer. What are you drinking?
I am still on my lost lager, so I haven't been about anymore while I've been here. I brought 50-something cans with me, and I've got half of them left. I haven't really drank that much, if I'm honest. So I had a few every night, been to a few pubs, but not a lot. What are you drinking?
Well, before I say what I'm drinking, you're going to have a really good wrap-up party this afternoon with 25 lost lagers. I can't wait. You'll probably get pulled over on the drive back, but it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be like High Rocks after party, isn't it?
Yes, it really will. But as you mentioned, I've been on my holiday. Listener, I went to Ireland this past weekend, spent some time with Dina and Tom Horgan. If you're listening, thank you very much, Dina and Tom, for putting us up for a few nights. It was great. But they introduced me to something, Alan.
They introduced you to Irish. You're going to say whiskey, aren't you? I'm going to say Guinness, but you're going to tell me Irish whiskey.
No, they introduced me to, they have Fanta over there, but they also have this thing called Club, which is also orange.
Right.
But they have something called a Club Rock Shandy, which is half orange, half lemonade. It is delicious. And that's what I'm drinking tonight.
So you're on soft drink then, is what you're telling me. You're on a soft drink.
It's called Rock Shandy. That must mean that there's alcohol in there. Must mean it.
Because it says shandy. What does it taste like? So does it taste like a bit orange and lemon?
It does. It's really hard to explain. It's delicious. So, listener, if you have any Irish friends, ask them to bring you some Club Rock Shandy. If you like your orange and your lemon, ask them to bring you some over next time they're in Ireland. Well, next time coming up here to see you.
Did you watch the football at the weekend? Do you think Jack Grealish was drinking shandies?
There was a football match on? No idea. I had no idea. Absolutely no idea. Completely past my sphere of knowledge.
From Manchester, and I would have expected. Well, not from Manchester, but you're in the Manchester area. You're from Lancashire. I would have expected you to have known that there was a football match on.
Well, there was one a week before. United, the club from Manchester, was playing, but this weekend, no idea. Completely past my knowledge.
Two of our listeners are going to be upset there. Well, in the news, Jack Grealish is being seen looking very much worse for wear on more than one occasion. Apparently, they had to ask him if he would like a wheelchair after leaving the hotel to get to the aeroplane. He was that intoxicated, or so the papers are saying.
At least he's good for something. Anyway. No, listener, I kid. Anyone who knows me knows that, yes, I am a Man United fan, or not one of those Man United fans. I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in near the Salford part of Manchester, so that's kind of why we support them. But no, well done to City. Well done to the 10,000 City fans who this has been a lifetime coming. And congratulations to the 12 million Man City fans who this has been 2 years coming. Well done.
That's a great. I'm going to save that for usage this weekend when I'm talking to people. When I get back home, I like that. Talking about things that's been going off this weekend, there has been a European champion. There's been 2 European championships going off this weekend in the OCR world. What's that about, Ian? 2 on the same weekend?
The 2 biggest things in Europe this weekend.
And being on the same weekend. I can't believe it. Where shall we go? Let's go Spartan first, because it won't take much talking about.
It won't, because it was a fabulous race from what I hear, but there wasn't that much United Kingdom representation. We just lost our Scottish listener.
Yeah. I think there was 2 men, and I can't see any women, if I'm honest, in the elite races.
Yeah, I think some people did go and do open, I think. But should we go through the UK? When you say there's only 2 UK people, you meant in the podiums, don't you? There might be people further down, but unfortunately, listener, the Spartan site, as we've been saying off air, is terrible. It's absolutely terrible for finding via flag.
It's shocking. It's shocking. So I believe we had Liam Mitchell got first place. 25 to 29 age group?
He got second place in 25 to 29. I'm not even going to pretend to tell you who came first in his age category. Alan, you can have a go at it if you really want to, but I'm not even going to try. I'm
going to butcher it, and I'm going to butcher any Europeans, and my computer has currently stopped working as we speak now as well. So I can't even see the results now.
No, that's fine. So yeah, Liam Mitchell, 25 to 29. And then we had, this was in the Beast, by the way, and then in the 50 to 54, in third place, we had Simon Passmore. So well done to Simon and to Liam. I did think I'll just have a quick look. I think that in the non-European, because the Beast was the European Championships, wasn't it, Alan? But they did have trifecta weekend.
Yeah.
So I do think that in some of the other races, there was some UK representation. Let me just pull it up. So no, I'm not going that far down. There was an American in the Spartan Open, so I'm not sure whether he was just visiting or...
There was an American in the Ultra, in the elite race in the Ultra that got 12th place, Javier Ventura.
So well done to Javier. In the other races, Liam got a 5th place the second day in the Super. So well done, Liam, to get on the extended podium. It must have been exhausting, though, because it looked hot.
Yeah, it looks... I mean, it's been all over, hasn't it, at the moment? We look around at this moment in time, the whole of Europe seems to be in a heat wave.
Yeah, it's really... And they say we talk about the weather a lot.
Let's not talk about the weather. But it is bloody hot.
It is really, really hot. I'm going through, but no, I can't find any more Brits. So if you were there and we've missed you, we do apologise. I think we've caught everyone who got podium, but well done to you. And it's just unfortunate it was the same weekend. And to be fair to Spartan, because people often rag on Spartan when this thing happens, when you've got 2 races going on. Spartan's Andorra race has always been the same weekend, I believe.
Yes, it has. The Europeans have always been the same weekend. The problem is what a lot of people don't understand with big events like these, it's not necessarily down to the event organisers. It's not necessarily down to Spartan or OCREC. It's down to the venues. When can the venue hold them? And they get given dates. There's a lot of discussion. And I know next year we've got a big clash with Nuclear and Spartan next year. Nuclear picked their date. Spartan then went on top of it. Should Nuclear move? I don't think Nuclear should. They announced it first. But Spartan are probably tied into that date anyway. You know what I mean? And they can't move it. So if you've got a date, an event's got a date, as soon as you've got a date, announce it. Why hold back? Why hold back? Because it just stops everyone else. And I guess in this particular instance, Spartan did announce the date before the OCR European Championships. Unfortunately, the OCR European Championships still decided to go ahead on that weekend.
Yeah, and again, it would be down to venue choice and
also
the fact that we needed to get the Euros out of the way because we have the Worlds coming to the Europe to Belgium. By Worlds, I mean the World Obstacle Worlds, not the World Obstacle Racing Championships by Adventure. I probably butchered that, but yeah, the World Champs by Adventure is over in California, kind of, this year. And we've also got a Worlds in Belgium. We've got a Worlds in Dubai. And we've got a Worlds, I believe, in Texas for World's Toughest Mudder. So, Alan, you're winning all 4, yeah?
There are going to be people who decide to go to one and not the other for that. I'm going to say a podium. You know what I mean? Because the UK athletes, not very many are going to go to Adventurers World Championships. The one that I'm going to stand around and say the original World Championships, because that's what it was, the original World Championships, because a lot of them are going to be going to the one that's recognised by FISO, because everyone's working so hard in the UK with British obstacle sports and everything else, and it's the one that people are seen as recognised, and it's probably a little bit closer to home. I just think we've got to stop this. We didn't put this on notes. This is not on our notes, but I think we've got to stop this different events. If there's going to be a World Championship, let FISO and Adventure get together and decide how it's going to be and who's going to run it. I'd love to see that Adventure run it and FISO backed them. Does that make sense?
It does, because of all the World Championships, I know I jested earlier, you can make an argument that World's Toughest is a different beast, pun intended, to Spartan World Championship. And Spartan World Championship is probably a different obstacle type race compared to the Adventure and the FISO one. FISO and Adventure are not that much different because it's must complete or a variation of that.
Yeah. I just think they could get together. I really think that the OCR would benefit. And I say this, it's great that we get a lot of competition in terms of events coming forward and you go to a different event every weekend. But when it comes to the really big events, it'd be shocking if we had 2 British Championships, wouldn't it? We've got 1 British Championships. That's where it should be. It'd be shocking if someone else decided they were going to call themselves British Championships or British Open or anything like that to turn around and market it and put it on a similar week. If we had 1 World Championship, you'd get much more people go to it.
So do I need to cancel all those medals which say UKOCR Championship Best of British?
That's the one you need to cancel. Oh, that would be funny.
You said keep October free. We're heading to Overlord, and sorry, have I said the quiet part loud?
That's a race that shall not be mentioned. You just said out loud. Anyone who's listening, we are not putting on a World Championship race or British Championships or anything before anyone starts. We are backing British obstacle sports all the way.
How many listeners we've lost so far? Let's get into apology corner. I've accidentally insulted our Scottish friends by saying English when I meant United Kingdom. I've probably really, really annoyed a lot of Man City fans by calling them glory hounds, which I see the irony of a Man United fan calling Man City fans glory hounds. I see the irony. You don't need to send the hate mail. Well, you do. Admin at UKOCR. Send the hate mail there. It'll be fine. So that's admin at UKOCR, market for attention of Alan, and right, do not ignore final warning, and he'll look at it. And we've also probably now annoyed British Obstacle. Have we got anyone left?
No. I think we're just me and you left to annoy each other now, but we do that all the time anyway.
That's true. That's true. Should we talk about the European Championships?
Yes, the ones that I'm going to call them the official European Championships.
Yeah, because I don't think Spartan will be upset that you refer to theirs as Spartan Euros, because to them, they're not an obstacle race, they're a Spartan race.
Yeah, exactly. And we had some amazing stories. First of all, I'm going to go with 100 metres, Ian. Tommy Matthews, top 16. Amazing to get in the top 16 at 100 metres. Now, if I remember right, Tommy is a bit of a ninja specialist. Am I right in saying that?
I think he is, yeah. I think, Alan, you'd probably take him over a 25k course.
Yeah, but over anything that's, mind you, over 25k, I might even take that. He's a ninja specialist. I think he might even be fitter than me over that. Maybe over 100 miles.
Yeah, over 100 miles, yeah, but 99 miles, he's got your number.
He's got my number all the way. So big well done to Tommy for making that 100 metres. That's absolutely fantastic. And then I'm just going to go through the UK team, aren't we? The British United Kingdom British team. So first of all, we've got relay silver medalists in the men's team. Darren Martin, Jason Morland, and Morgan Maxwell in the men's team. Now, not taking nothing away from Jason, but if that had been Chris Shipley, that could have been the new podcast champions, couldn't it? So they missed a trick there, didn't they? But well done to them 3.
We'll have to invite you next time.
You should have invited me. Women's team, Tamar Barclay, Alex Arno, and Karen McQuarrie getting silver as well in the team relay. Big well done to those people. 12k classic course, podiums. Male 25 to 29, Daniel Titcombe, silver medal. Male 55 to 59, Tony Leary, silver medal. And in the para qualification, Jamie Gain, silver medal in the 12k course. Some great results there.
Right, Tony was over at Hungary this weekend.
Tony Leary was over at Hungary this weekend, yes.
Who's been looking after the group?
I just don't think anyone has. That's why it's been spammed several times. You know, actually, we've got someone else as well. Richard looks after it as well. So Richard, he looked after it. I think he has been looking after it quite well in the group. So yeah, everyone's been doing their own little bit in the group. So the admin team is brilliant.
They really are superb, and we don't get enough flowers. We really need to give them more flowers.
We do. Talking about before I go on to the 3K results and that, Claire Rosser, the actual live feeds that she's provided this week on the UKOCR Facebook page had people hooked. I was watching the numbers rising. We've never had that many people watching live feeds before on our Facebook. It was brilliant to watch. I was hooked on it. And on the Sunday, the 12K, I was at the relay part. She had to do a lot of running, which was even more funny because she had to run about 200 meters chasing Jack Carpenter, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
Claire really needs her own show doing commentary, doesn't she? It was just so amazing. And I know lots of people have reached out either publicly or privately, Alan, just to congratulate her. So Claire, thank you so much.
Absolutely, definitely. The commentary was just as good as the filming. You know, Claire, you have got a job there. You know, when we get to a point where we are going live, we're having you in the studio doing the commentary for us. I'll do the running. You can do the commentary, Claire, because you are absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to go through all the English rules, but absolutely well done to everyone who went out there and ran the 12K course. You did absolutely amazing. Let's go to some 3K results. So Tony Leary, silver place again, 50-54 age group. Andrew Durrans, 60 plus, silver medalist. And then we have got Imi Hales in the 20 to 24 age group, got a third place, a bronze medal. And then we had 3 gold medals, Ian. So Robert Border, 45 to 49, Oliver Addy, 14 to 15, and Jamie Gain in the para qualification as well. Now, if I remember right, because I haven't actually got the results up, Oliver Addy in the men's 14 to 15 on the 3K was actually, I want to say, a top 10 finisher, but he was on the first page of the results.
Yeah, I think that's correct, Alan. He just did phenomenally, like everyone who went out there did.
Yeah. I mean, at a young age, what's the word I'm looking for? Potential he's got.
Yeah, lots of potential, Alan. And hopefully what he does is he harnesses that potential and just gets better and better. And what he doesn't do is use me and you as role models, in which case, well, he'll probably join us on Swift Half.
Hey, I think we should get him on. I'm going to reach out to him and see if he wants to come on Swift. Well, not Swift Half. I think we'll have him in an interview, eh?
Yeah, get him on an interview. Yeah, don't get him into a pub, Alan. We want him to avoid pubs. Interview him at a gym or something.
Yeah, he's under 16. I can't fetch him into a pub. That would be wrong. But no, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. People going out to Euros, absolutely amazing out there. I've actually shared a video on our Instagram today of James Burton doing the 100-meter course, and I'm going to back up what I said last week. The 100 meters should be exactly what was set up for that. So every 100 meters that should be done for, that's going to be potentially in the Olympics, in the pentathlon, that needs to be that 100 meters. Don't forget anything else. Spartan, don't get involved. Look at what they've done there and go with that.
No, I can only agree, Alan. Basically turn it into a sport in and of itself. So It'll still be obstacle, but almost like a high rocks. It's the same time every single time, so people could just get faster and faster.
Yeah, and train exactly what it should be. That's what it should be, which is absolutely phenomenal. Talking about things that are phenomenal, Becky Neal, BBC.
I was going to say, Becky is always phenomenal, as we know, for the work she does for British Obstacle, for the work she does for Who's Hot. But you stole the headline there, Alan. BBC. I've been involved in OCR, and that's since 2012. This is only the second time I've seen an article on BBC News, actually on the website. You know, the first one was John Alban when he was going for the $1 million at the Spartan. And then this one with Becky, it's an amazing interview. Is OCR coming back? OCR's back. For me, it never went, but it's coming back after the pandemic. You know what I like most about this article, Alan?
What do you like most, Ian?
Non-OCR people sent it to me.
Oh, wow. That shows how good it is.
Yeah, so Neil Raby, who we've had on the Fitness Racing podcast, who's done a high rocks, but he's mainly a triathlete. He occasionally listens to this show, but he saw it on the BBC, sent it to me and said, look, your sport's getting great coverage. And yeah, he is a triathlete. He remembers the dark times when triathlon didn't get any coverage. So he was just saying what a great thing it was.
It's phenomenal. And Becky was so good on it. You know, there was no plugs. You know, I mean, this is Becky for you, isn't it? Becky's not like that anymore. But there was no hidden agenda, no plugs from anything. It was just like straightforward. This is OCR. She was speaking from the bottom of her heart, and you could see the passion that was coming through just for OCR.
Although we do need to renegotiate a contract, because I was hoping for and make sure you check out UKOCR podcast, particularly Who's Hot, for further information. So, could we get HR involved, Alan?
We got an HR. Is this another hat that I'm supposed to wear for HR?
Mother, like, what's Wendy doing? Wendy can do it.
Put Wendy in charge of HR.
Put Wendy in charge. But joking aside, Becky, no, it was amazing. Like you say, great interview. And people often say, "Oh, what does British Obstacle do?" That's what they do.
Yeah. Amazing. Love it. I love it. Talking about other things, Ian, video-wise, we've won a competition.
Yeah, this was unexpected.
This was so unexpected. So anyone who knows what me and Ian do when we're not doing podcasts is we share as much content as we can on UKOCR, on UKHXR, Fitness Racing Podcast, our own channels. We comment on it, as own Facebook, social media channels. We comment stuff, we share stuff. And we happen to share a competition for Diablo Race, didn't we? Just to share, to pass on to people.
Well, we did it live on this show last week.
Yeah, I know. And we won. Ian, we won.
we won the Diablo competition. Yeah, that wasn't what we were meant to do. What we were trying to do was to encourage as many listeners as possible. And you know what we forgot to do, Alan?
So we didn't want to win.
We forgot to delete our comments after everyone had done it, so that we won't go in the app.
Yeah. So we're going to Diablo Race, Ian, which means I've also got an entry as well, which I'm going to give to a friend, because I'd signed up previously as well. So I'm going to donate my entry to a friend, which I already have done.
Have you checked? Can we donate entries? Because I might be busy that weekend.
I'm sure you could, yeah. I don't even know. I booked it, not even knowing that I'm going to be free. But no, small race, get onto it. And that I'm going to be there. Anyone wants to run with me? Anyone wants to have a little fun lap with me? We'll have some fun. We'll take the camera round with me. Hit me up. We will go round. We'll have some fun. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you can either use my ticket, or if we're not allowed to transfer them, we'll sort you out. So just get in touch and we'll sort you out.
Yeah. Just for a bit of fun. Oh, I love it when we win competitions. On another note, by the way, the race shall not be mentioned. Registration opened at the weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend just gone. So we're 1 week into it, and we are already we're well into double figures, not far off triple figures.
You might want to sack your social media person. Is that Wendy too? Because I didn't get any kind of email or anything. So
we don't do emails and all that here. We share on social media. We don't go out doing all the email stuff. Saying that though, I have actually signed up for a new email company. Do you ever use which email company you use? Do you MailChimp at work? That's what most people use.
We use MailChimp. I actually like MailChimp because it tells you whether people actually open it, which I think is a really good tool, because they give you a starring system, and if it's like 0 stars, no one's engaged with it, and you can set rules to remove them from your list. Because I'm not one of them people who's like, oh, I've got 100,000 people mailing list. Yeah, but if no one's responding, what's the point?
Yeah. Well, I used MailChimp, but I've not used them for 12 months, so they closed my account down. So all the accounts we had for Overload, which was several thousand people, it's all vanished. So I've opened a new account. It comes from a company called Sending Blue. It's one of the original ones that was with MailChimp, but they don't. It's one of these small ones that don't go advertising everywhere. Like MailChimp advertise everything, don't they?
With a name like Sending Blue, I'm not surprised we don't advertise.
Well, it's changed its name to Bevo as of last week, but it's originally called Sending Blue. But it's quite good. It's just like MailChimp.
So originally it was called Sending Blue, and now it's called Beaver.
Bevo.
This gets worse.
Bevo. I've got another story to tell you about things like that. Someone's messaged me today and told me I'm going to come into the kit list for ETM, but someone's told me I've missed something off there. And I said, what have I missed off there? And they went, sex lubricant. And I went, why do I need sex lubricant? And apparently it's better for your feet than Vaseline, because I put Vaseline on there. If you use silicone-based lubricant, it's better for your feet because it's waterproof, so it doesn't, your feet don't dry up and get blisters.
Do you not have just said silicone-based? Do we really have to use the other thing?
That was the word that was sent to me. So I'm only repeating the word that was sent to me.
Okay. Anyway, so should we get back to Bevo, I guess?
Bevo, yeah. So I'm now using Bevo. So I sent email only to people that have given me their details for me to send them to. So we're down from over 1,000 people to I think about 150. But I'm not going to be sending emails out to everyone. I hate it when you get emails every week from someone telling you about, we've got a new price rise and this is happening. Send me something when it's really important, not every week, just to keep on reminding me about something.
That's fair enough, Alan. But could you please send me an email about the race that shall be mentioned? Because I won't sign up otherwise.
I will send you an email, remind you. But I can't send it from my email. So this is the reason why I've joined this Bevo, Sending Blue, is because every Gmail account that I send to from admin@ukocr.com, yeah, it refuses to go through. So, Feddy, Fergal, I have got your email today. I have responded, but because you've got Gmail accounts, you're not going to pick them up. But I am trying to sort your TW Warrior tickets out. That's Total Warrior, by the way. Total Warrior tickets, which reminds me of what reminded everyone, if you're wanting to run in the first wave of the UKOCR series at Total Warrior, you need to drop me an email. There we go. I've reminded everyone.
And if you've got a Gmail account, maybe set up a Hotmail account so Alan can respond.
Yeah. I think it's just Gmail. I don't know why, because I've got a Google account with admin@ukocr.com, so I don't know why it doesn't work.
Google obviously thinks itself is a security risk.
Yeah. Maybe I need to have some type of, what do they call it, authentication on it. Is it authentication?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, authentication, something daft like that.
Cool.
So, a quick one, Alan.
Yeah.
Can we just briefly cover off, because this was on the notes last week, we never got to it, Ian's microphone issue. Do you want to have some fun at my expense?
Yes, we do. Everyone needs to know this story. People are going to be saying my microphone's bad for the last 2 episodes because I'm away, so I'm using my hands-free kit as opposed to a normal microphone. But Ian, tell us about your microphone.
Well, listen, as you know, we've recently upgraded some of the kit we've got. So I have a new microphone. So if it sounds great, great. If it doesn't, let us know. I'm not going to change it, but we'll figure something out. But the first time I recorded with it, I thought I was really, really low. And Alan was insisting, no, I can hear you fine. Listen to the episode, it was fine. And then it was the first time I'd used it. And then I recorded a fitness racing podcast and I figured out what had happened. Alan?
You'd not turned it on, basically, or not configured it rightly with your new laptop. So when we got your new podcast through, your new recording through, your voice was 10 times louder than anyone else's.
Yeah, because what had happened, listener, is I also got a new pair of headphones. I've got a cheap pair, which I use, which I bought ages ago, which do a fine job. But I got myself these brand new, really nice pretend Beats ones, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
And I didn't realize that they block out the sound all around you. So I couldn't hear myself speak. So I instantly thought, oh, my microphone's low because I can't hear myself. And I talk louder because I'm a numpty.
It was funny when you sent me the editor and I was like, wow, Ian's shouting down the phone.
So, yeah, sorry about that, listener. And well done to Alan for actually making them listenable.
I tried my best, Ian. But talking about listenable, did you listen to Who's Hot this week?
You know what? I actually missed it. Sorry, Becky, Chris, and Will. Sorry.
They put some good points out. So their race actor on James Higgs. And yeah, the competition's out, the UKOCR series competitions is out. So you've got up until Saturday midnight to get your entries in. So that's Saturday 17th for Rude Rampage. I haven't even had a look to see how many entries we've got for the prediction competition.
This coming weekend, Rude Rampage?
It is, yeah. And I'm not sure who's going and who's not going. I haven't even picked my entries yet. But I know I've seen the list of people who are already booked, but I've got a strange feeling there might be a few people coming back from Hungary who hadn't booked who might want to be going down now.
Okay. So I've still got 7 days to finalise my picks for you.
You've still got until next Wednesday to finalise your picks. So when we're talking about results next week, you will get them all right again, Ian.
I don't know how it happens. I must be gifted.
You must be gifted. But the thing is, you still don't get them in the right order.
No, you think I'd do a better job, wouldn't you?
Even though you pick him after the race, I still think you should get them in the right order at some point.
That is slander. I choose them before the race, as we know.
You just don't tell anyone.
No, I don't tell anyone. I want to keep them to myself. Speaking of before a race, Alan, you mentioned there you have done ETM a kit list, which is what you need to prepare before a race. Before a race.
Before a race. Yeah, so I this is my second ETM, as you know, as in running it. And I learned a lot last year from friends, from talking to people. And I thought people need a kit list. So I put my own kit list together and I reached out to our podcast chat, asked people what they wanted to do. And on our social media, both Instagram and Facebook, you will see Europe's Tough Mudder kit list and the reasons why I've put what I've put on there. I've already had a few people message me. It only went out today. And I've already had quite a few messages saying absolutely fantastic, love it. They've not even thought about it yet, but this is a great place to start from. And people are adding on to it that I've never even thought about. So today someone mentioned a power bank. I hadn't even thought about putting a power bank in.
Yeah, power bank's a great idea. I don't know the list off the top of my head, and I don't want to look at Instagram because I'll probably get distracted. Do you have a bin bag in there?
Hey, I haven't got a bin bag in there. No, that's a good one as well.
A few bin bags to get rid of rubbish and to get rid of your stuff, because once you've done 12 hours, you're not going to put it neat. You can just throw it in a bin bag and be done with it.
That's going on my list. Some of the things I put on there, people don't think is like bug spray. Not everyone remembers to bug spray. I've actually put on there as well shirt, shorts, and sliders for the morning after. You need to change your clothes to get into, don't you?
Yeah, and sliders is a great idea. But when do we start calling flip-flop sliders? That seems like an American thing.
Well, no, because they're different. Flip-flops are not sliders. Flip-flops, for me, have got the toe pokes in. So, but sliders are not. Sliders, you just slide your feet into them and they've just got that one bar across the top. Completely different to me.
Sounds like yuppie talk, to be fair. It's a flip-flop. When you walk, it's going to flip and flop.
Yeah, it does, but no, it's the slide. No, they are the difference. I get it. I get the whole idea between flip-flops and sliders. I have got some Hocker flip-flops, which I think are absolutely brilliant for recovery, but they do tend to, after ultras, because of the part in between your toes, I'm not keen on them. So I just put on some Adidas sliders, other sliders available out there. But yeah, I think that's one of the good things. But there's a few things as well that people forget. This time you have got to bring your British Obstacle Sports email. So whether it be printed or a copy on your phone, you will need that to run ETM. So please don't forget that. I can see a lot of people forgetting that, Ian.
Yeah, I actually forgot that was a thing because it's gone on so long that you've had to be a member. I forgot that. Yeah, if you're running ETM, make sure you're a member of British Obstacle Sports.
Yeah. I've actually put on mine as well. I'm planning on getting changed 3 times. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to change 3 times, but I'm going to change at least once, top and shorts. But I've actually put 3 tops, 3 shorts. And someone's reached out to me and said, why 3 tops and 3 shorts? Why are you going to get changed? For me, this is a personal thing for me, because when I'm feeling low, if I get changed into some clean clothes, it gives me a boost. So I'm prepared to give up 2 or 3 minutes in pit just to get changed. I just think it's a big bonus for me.
No, I can agree. I think when I've done it in the past, I've got more clothes than I need. But I guess the old saying is better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly. I mean, the long range weather forecast, it's going to be quite mild, but I'm still taking my wetsuit.
I would, and what you could possibly do is zip it down completely and just tie your waist and have a t-shirt on.
Yeah, and that might be what I do. I'm not sure yet. If when I get there, I'll know when I get there. But I am planning on probably starting it and seeing where I go with it.
No, that makes a lot of sense, Alan. And like you say, you've got to see when you get there. But what we do know is the obstacle list. It came out, didn't it?
Woo! Exciting times, Ian. Exciting times. And it's quite good. It's quite good, but I'm not happy about a few of the things, Ian. So I'm going to tell you the first thing I'm not happy about. Devil's Beard is nearly open for the whole duration.
They were always going to do that.
But that's just not on. That is just not fair, Ian. That is just, it's wrong. Let's give us a little bit of leeway, guys. I wanted to miss it out. I'm going to have to just, I don't know. I mean, last year was quite good when they had the egg timers, but this year, what will they have? Because you've got to do it. So it's 100% completion.
It's true, yeah. It is. Yeah, it's not got the special asterisks next to it, does it?
No. What we've got, so the ones that you can sort of avoid are Reborn. Sorry, the obstacles all obstacles must complete except for Reborn, Chunky Monkey, and apparently this is not a spelling mistake. Chunky Monkey is an actual obstacle. It's not Funky Monkey, it's Chunky Monkey.
Yeah, we had that at Worlds.
Yeah. Everest. What's Pole Dancer?
If I remember, Pole Dancer sounds a lot more exciting than it is. It is, the forearm pole thing where you have two poles next to you and you basically got to shimmy down it just using your triceps.
Oh, I hate that. I really don't like that. Hanging Tough. Now that's rings, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be rings. And electroshock is electroshock.
An electroshock. So those are the only obstacles that you're going to have penalties on, which is not too bad.
No, it's good that they're giving a penalty on Everest because I know that scares some people, particularly late night. Chunky Monkey, like I say, it was at Worlds. That will probably be Funky Monkey, but with apparatus on it. So they had like bananas at Worlds. Yeah,
that's what I've been told it's going to be, a swing and bananas or something.
Yeah, and watch Matt B. Davis's World's Toughest YouTube video. So Obstacle Racing Media. You know which one it is because it's got a fabulous picture of Will Chung on it. There you go, Will. There's your shout out for the week. But yeah, go and watch that and you'll see Chunky Monkey in action. And watch to the end, and Hannah Carter, who is great, will tell you the odds of passing it.
You're going to say not much. I remember now, there's not a great chance, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just spot that for everyone. I remember that now. Yes. Lovely.
What I don't know is Reborn. I reached out to a few friends about this, and someone suggested it's probably some kind of birth canal variant.
That's what I'm thinking as well. It's not something I know what it is, but I'm thinking it's a birth canal variant. I don't know. But it's going to be good. And it's going to be good. I'm liking it. Block Ness is open quite early this year. For anyone who doesn't know, at 9:30, Block Ness is going to be open. And what's the other one that's going to be open quite early as well? Skidmark opens at 10:30.
Yeah, Skidmark is a bit of a hard one. That's arguably the toughest one to do, which you have to do.
And it's open for nearly all the full event as well.
Because the new skid march using the Spartan inverted wall is a lot harder than the old. I think the angle's different, Alan, because I think the angle on the old Tough Mudder one was a lot more generous.
Right.
So this new one is a little bit more harder, so you've got more of an overhang, making it tougher.
Yeah. I always go right to the very top and I try and explode over the top of it and pull myself over. But yeah, it's an easy one. Good thing, one of the good things here, Arctic Enema doesn't open till 3 a.m.
You say that when you're in a wetsuit, Arctic Enema is amazing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. 3 o'clock in the morning, though, it's not going to be as cold as what we potentially think. The sun's going to be coming up not long after that.
No, that's true, but it is one of them. I think Cage Crawl isn't open for that long either, is it?
Where was Cage Crawl? I didn't see Cage Crawl on the Cage Crawl. Yeah, Cage Crawl again, 3 o'clock in the morning. So it looks, and that's only 3 while 6. So that is just 3 while 6.
And then Gloop is 4 by 8.
Yeah. So it looks like the water obstacles are just opening in the morning and not so much at night. I mean, we are going to go through Creek Crusade every lap, even on the sprint lap. But it looks like there's going to be no other major water obstacles on there from what I can see.
Yeah, that's probably because, Alan, let's be honest, they can't close down Creek Crusade because it's the Midlands course. It's impossible.
Didn't they make a run round it, though, 2 years ago?
Maybe, but, oh, God, I'd rather go in the Creek Crusade even if it had leeches.
Yeah. They haven't got the, what was the one where they had you told you torch above your head? What was that one with the...
Statue of Liberty.
So they haven't even put Statue of Liberty on this year, have they?
No. What I would say is if your knees are sensitive, consider getting knee pads or something similar because Devil's Beard, Kiss of Mud, what else was it? Trench Warfare. That's a lot of obstacles where you're going to be on your knees. Maybe even Reborn as well.
Yeah. It's, what's the ground like there? Is it stony? Is it sandy?
It can be stony. It depends where they put Trench Warfare. I think a few years ago it was quite stony. The mud, when we have the mud, is the horrible, what I call Reaper mud. It's the horrible, gloopy, clay-like stuff.
Yeah, and that Kiss of Mud, if they're going to put it around that bend, it comes up when you start, it goes around that bend and then goes up that little bit of an incline. That's always very stony there, isn't it?
It is indeed. So, yeah, make sure you think about stuff to protect your knees, protect your hands.
And I'm going to assume that will have been used in the daytime as well, Kiss of Mud. So by the time we get to it, it's going to be already, the mud's going to be chained up and we're going to be having the stones coming through quite easily.
Yeah, more than likely, Alan. Have fun.
Thanks. I love how you say that.
Speaking of having fun, this past weekend, we won't do a lot of fitness racing chat, but it was Superhuman Games, Alan.
I did see it. It flew under my radar.
But we got a review in from Charlotte Malone, good friend of the show.
Yep, what she said.
Well, firstly, I'm not sure if she actually gave me permission to read this, so I'm going to read it, and if she's upset, I'll apologise. And if she likes me reading it, I'll say thank you. We'll go with that.
So apology corner before we even know if we've got to apologise.
But I'll read it out. She took part in mixed pairs with Toby, entered for fun and usual style, hadn't really trained together, so they did it at Turf Games event. They've worked together. But Toby was an awesome partner, director, encourager, decision maker, and he put up with me. Who would say that? Everyone needs a Charlotte in their life, don't they?
Yeah, that's so nice. That's so nice, that.
They were there with a bunch of Team Grit. Big shout out to Sean and Jesse there. That's me saying that, not here. Team Grit and had a fab day. Amazing organisation of the events, volunteers and workouts, and good use of terrain. At lunch, I thought I'd check the leaderboards, and we were first place in 2 of the events out of the 3 we'd done. So after lunch, there were 2 more events. Heat was savage, but smashed it, competing alongside some amazing athletes. The camaraderie was great. Everyone cheering each other along and high-fiving after workouts. And would you believe Charlotte and Toby got an unexpected podium? They finished 2nd place, mixed pairs open.
Awesome. Well done, guys. Absolutely brilliant.
Well done, Chart. So either you're welcome or I'm sorry.
While you want to talk about finish racing, you was over with Tom and that over in Ireland. I'm hoping that you negotiated that we could offer our listeners some type of discount on Builder.
I did. It was, you know what, Alan, the most intense negotiations I've ever been a part of.
Did you say can we? Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh, I love Tom and Dina and all the team over there. Oh, I love it. They're just out to help, but they're like us here. They just like to help people.
They really do. So we can help you, because I'm not sure how well-known Builder is within the OCR sphere yet.
I don't think it's big, but I actually use it. I actually use it as a hydration. So I've tried a lot of hydration stuff. I've had Tailwind, don't agree with me. And this is my opinion. I've had Voom. I like not Voom. I've had Mountain Fuel. I don't mind Mountain Fuel, but what I did when I tried Builder, I found it was really tasty, and so I've stayed with Builder, and it's not giving me no upset stomachs. It's just like drinking. I want to say cordial, but then it's got all the nutrients and electrolytes and everything else. Not had cramp while I've been using it. I used it for my 60 miler. I'm planning on using it for ATM, and I'm planning on using it for my 100 miler as well.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with that, Alan. Guess what I use it for?
Just drinking while you're at work.
Hangovers.
No, really? Does it cure hangovers?
It really helps. They often say you need to hydrate, don't they?
Yeah.
So I found that if I'm feeling really bad after a night out, that a nice glass of Builder sorts me right out.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I never thought about it. Did you try this in Ireland? Is this what you're trying to tell me? You was on the Guinness too much?
No, I've tried it before then. But yeah, they can't market it as such, and it might not work for everyone in the same way because our bodies react and all that. But for me, it really cures hangovers, and it helps with all that racing stuff that some of us do.
So what's our code now? What do we save?
Our code is UKHXR. So that is exactly like that. UKHXR, all 5 letters. So not, don't invent a word. And yeah, I'm not completely sure. I think in normal circumstances, it will save you 10%. But every so often, I think Builder do a special where they increase it, which is why it's not UKHXR 10.
Right.
So normal circumstances, it'll be 10, but use it and you never know. You might get a Brucey bonus.
And we'll be sharing it quite often, I believe.
Yeah, we can share it every so often. But yeah, if you haven't tried it, let's try it. I think we know selling single serve packets as well, which is a great way to get introduced to it. And I don't know if you sell them on the website, but if you do, buy one now because it's got a special limited edition Hunter McIntyre picture on it because it says 9-time world champ and he's 10-time now.
I like that.
It's vintage.
Talking about Hunter, he's doing the Appalachian Trail.
I can't say it, but yeah, the Appalachian Trail. He's doing part of it. He's not doing the whole thing, but he's doing a section.
Oh wow, 30 days is going to be out there. If I'm reading it right.
Yeah, 30 days. I think the whole trail will take you between 5 to 7 months.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking when he was doing it, because I think doesn't Killian Jornet hold the record or something for? And I think it took him longer than a month to do it, if I remember rightly.
I think you're right. Yeah, it is quite a long way. Alan, a few things before we wrap up. Indoor 24 results. We haven't actually gone through them, even though we're on the notes. Do you have your laptop?
I certainly do. But what I've put them on there for was because Gemma Harris, who did Farmyard Jam, who a lot of people know, actually got second female while she was doing it. So big well done to Gemma. The winner was Katie Turner, and third place was Shona Grover. And then in the men's, it was Joe Baker, Gary Tuttle, and Jason Leaf. One of the teams here, you're going to love because I know you like team names. So some of the team was Five in the Bed, the ladies' version. Max Adventure Club. We had Fishing Impossible. What was the other one? Whiskey Galore and Iceman. Ford's Swift Swallows. That's 4 Swift Swallows things. But no, I love it. I love some of the names. Some of the names are really, really good. Kiss My Asphalt.
That's funny. I'll give. Yeah, that's funny. Where was this indoor? Was it in the Leeds?
No, this was Reading.
Reading. Right. I've run the Leeds course. I've not run the Reading one. I think the Leeds course is the same venue as Total Warrior, I want to say.
Yes, it is. Yes, that's right. Yeah, Bramham Park.
Yeah, I thought it was. And can we just say that Farmyard Jam can now claim that 16.7 of the indoor podium race there? What a claim.
I like that.
That's 16.7% of the podium race Farmyard Jam. You could use that as marketing.
Yeah, we could use that as marketing. I like that, yeah. I'm going to use that. Have we got... Oh, we've got one other thing on the notes. the Dirty Weekend venue with Darren Grigas is open for pay and play.
So you interviewed him not long since, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So he's an ultra runner, done Marathon des Sables, quite a lot of the really big ultra runs, taken over Dirty Weekend obstacle venues, Ewok Village and a few other places, and they are now doing pay and play. So it's been open to corporate style things for a couple of weeks, and now they're doing the first pay and play.
Fantastic. So anyone who's in that area, please go. I think we've got a few friends who are kind of involved. I don't know to what extent, but Gary and Pippa, who put us in touch with Darren. So if they happen to be there, say hello to them.
Definitely. And that's it, I think, Ian. Have you got anything else?
No, there's one final thing on the notes, but we'll carry that forward again. This was the discussion about strength versus running, and we can carry that forward. We'll see how long we can keep this on the notes, listener.
Listen next week for strength versus running.
Strength versus running. I know that isn't me versus Alan, unless it's no strength and hardly any running.
Hardly any running.
So, Alan, on that, I will say to listeners and to you, it's a goodbye from me.
And listeners, thank you for tuning in again. And it's a goodbye from me. You all take care. You all stay safe. See you soon. Bye.